Benighted as adjective, in a state of ignorance or intellectual darkness, lacking knowledge or education. The benighted forest was filled with shadows. The benighted people lived in primitive conditions. The benighted society had no access to modern technology. The benighted expression on her face revealed her sorrow. The benighted train was hours behind schedule. Choleric as adjective, quick to anger and easily irritated, characterized by or prone to anger or bad temper. He had a choleric temperament and was easily angered. The choleric coach yelled at his players for every mistake they made. Her choleric behavior caused her to lose friends and alienate people. The boss had a choleric disposition and would snap at employees for no reason. The choleric customer was unhappy with the service and demanded a refund. Complaisant as adjective, agreeable and accommodating in nature, willing to please or oblige others. She was always complaisant and willing to help out with anything that was needed. The hotel staff were extremely complaisant and went out of their way to make sure we had a comfortable stay. His complacent attitude toward the boss's requests earned him a promotion. The politician's complacent behavior toward lobbyists made many people question his integrity. I found his complacent agreement to the terms of the contract somewhat suspicious. Feckless as adjective, careless, irresponsible, or ineffectual in one's actions or decisions, lacking purpose, direction, or responsibility. His feckless attitude towards his studies caused him to fail his exams. The CEO criticized the company's feckless approach to marketing. She's disappointed in her son's feckless behavior, as he never takes responsibility for his actions. The government's feckless handling of the pandemic led to a surge in cases and deaths. The teacher was frustrated with the students' feckless attempts at completing their assignments. Improvident as adjective, failing to plan or make provision for the future, lacking foresight or care for future needs or events. The businessman's improvident investments led to bankruptcy. The student's improvident spending habits left her with no money for necessities. The government's improvident economic policies caused inflation and recession. The athlete's improvident behavior led to suspension from the team. The homeowner's improvident neglect of maintenance led to expensive repairs. Impudent as adjective, boldly rude or disrespectful in behavior or speech, lacking respect for others, especially in regards to social norms or manners. She made impudent comments during the meeting, which did not go over well. He showed an impudent attitude toward his teacher, which landed him in detention. Her impudent behavior toward the officer resulted in a ticket for disorderly conduct. He was fired from his job for his impudent behavior toward customers. The student's impudent response to the teacher's question caused a stir in the classroom. Inarticulate as adjective, inability to express oneself effectively in speech or writing, lacking fluency or coherence in speech or expression. The student was inarticulate and struggled to express their ideas. The politician's speech was inarticulate and lacked clarity. The actor's performance was inarticulate and failed to convey the intended emotion. The writer's prose was inarticulate and difficult to follow. The musician's lyrics were inarticulate and lacked coherence. Ineluctable as adjective, impossible to avoid or escape, unalterable and determined by fate or destiny. The fact that aging is inevitable is ineluctable. The company is facing ineluctable changes in the market. The professor emphasized the ineluctable need for more research. The ineluctable truth is that we are all mortal. The ineluctable consequences of their actions were evident. Lethargic as adjective, feeling sluggish and lacking energy or vigor, slow in action or response, sluggish. The hot weather made the dog lethargic and uninterested in play. The long hours of work made the employee feel lethargic and unmotivated. The illness left the patient feeling lethargic and weak. The sedative medication caused the patient to feel lethargic and drowsy. The heat and humidity made the athlete feel lethargic and drained of energy. Mettlesome as adjective, brave, courageous and bold, having an unshaken spirit and a willingness to face challenges, full of spirit, energy and determination. The mettlesome racehorse surged ahead of the pack to win the race. Despite his small size, the terrier was a mettlesome defender of his home. The mettlesome athlete was determined to win, even after a serious injury. The soldier's mettlesome bravery in the face of danger earned him a Medal of Honor. The politician's mettlesome persistence eventually led to the passage of the bill. Mordant as adjective, it can refer to a person who is prone to making cutting or biting remarks or criticisms. Describe something that is caustic, biting, or sarcastic in tone or nature. The comedian's mordant humor made the audience uncomfortable. The writer's mordant wit made his book a bestseller. The critic's mordant reviews were feared by the movie industry. The politician's mordant remarks caused controversy and backlash. The teacher's mordant sarcasm discouraged his students. Nonplussed as adjective, confused and unsure of how to react or respond, unimpressed or not surprised by something that would normally be considered unusual or unexpected. He was nonplussed by the unexpected turn of events. She appeared nonplussed when I told her the news. The judge was nonplussed by the defendant's explanation. I was completely nonplussed by the instructions. The professor was nonplussed by the student's question. Protean as adjective, having the ability to change or alter one's form or appearance, especially in a flexible or fluid manner, highly versatile, adaptable, or changeable, able to take on many different forms or roles. The artist's style was protean, constantly shifting and evolving over time. The company's product line was protean, with new items added and old ones retired every season. The political landscape was protean, with alliances and loyalties constantly changing. His protean personality made it difficult for others to get a sense of who he really was. The disease had a protean presentation, with symptoms that varied widely from person to person. Soporific as adjective, having a calming or tranquilizing effect, causing drowsiness or sluggishness, inducing or tending to induce sleep. The soporific effects of the medication made her feel drowsy. The professor's soporific lecture put most of the students to sleep. The book's soporific prose made it difficult to stay engaged. The repetitive nature of the job was soporific and tedious. The music had a soporific quality that helped her relax. Stalwart as adjective, loyal and dedicated to a cause, organization, or person, strong and dependable, especially in times of difficulty or adversity. The stalwart supporter never wavered in his loyalty. The team's stalwart defense held off the opponent's attack. The stalwart soldier remained committed to his duty. The company's stalwart CEO led the company through tough times. The community was grateful for the stalwart volunteers who helped during the crisis. Sullen as adjective, bad-tempered and sulky, showing a mood of silent disapproval, gloomy and ill-natured, morose. The sullen teenager refused to speak to his parents after they grounded him. The sullen expression on her face indicated that she was unhappy. The room was filled with a sullen silence after the argument. The sullen weather matched the mood of the residents in the town. The sullen employee gave short answers during the meeting with his boss. Travesty as adjective. A false, absurd, or distorted representation or imitation of something. A ludicrous or comically exaggerated version of something. The singer's performance was a travesty of the original song. The film adaptation was a travesty of the beloved book. The politician's proposal was a travesty of justice. The CEO's decision to lay off workers was a travesty of corporate responsibility. The restaurant's attempt at haute cuisine was a travesty of culinary art. Truculent as adjective, having a truncated shape or form, shortened or cut off. The truculent student refused to follow the rules. The truculent customer demanded a refund. The truculent protesters clashed with the police. The truculent boss made it difficult for employees to work. The truculent driver refused to yield to pedestrians. Dolorous as adjective. Adjective meaning causing or characterized by pain or sadness, expresses a deep sense of mourning, sorrow, or unhappiness. The book's ending was particularly dolorous, leaving readers with a feeling of despair. The dolorous melody of the song conveyed a sense of mourning and loss. The actor's dolorous performance moved the audience to tears. The sound of the wind was dolorous as it blew through the empty streets. The painter used dolorous colors and brushstrokes to create a somber atmosphere in her artwork. Munificent as adjective, displaying great wealth or lavishness, generous and lavish in giving, especially with money. The billionaire's munificent donation to the charity helped fund numerous projects and initiatives. The host's munificent hospitality made her guests feel welcomed and comfortable. The company's munificent benefits package helped attract and retain top talent. The scholarship program offers munificent awards to students who demonstrate academic excellence. The philanthropist was known for his munificent donations to various causes and organizations.
Level up your English. Master vocabulary, idioms, and phrasal verbs with fun quizzes. Translate meanings into 104 languages. Download now. Link in the description. Please like and subscribe to our channel.